And I have a new guest that's joining me right over here. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Khaled Sayed, and I directed the movie Egypt, the story behind the revolution.
The story behind the revolution.
And we had a screening last night, and tomorrow we have another screening as a church, the
first congregational church.
Yes.
And
Tongue twisting.
Can you tell me a little bit about your film?
Well, the movie cover the whole event happened in Egypt this year in January, and it's about the revolutions that happened in Egypt. I met with a lot of activists in Egypt to kind of share their story with me, what they gone through, and how they toppled really 30 years regime in just 18 days. It was an amazing journey for me, and for them it was just great.
Now, this story, obviously, it's a huge story. Everybody in America should know the story by now.
I hope so.
You
Go to
hope so.
behindtherevolution.com.
So this is very exciting that this film is here. It's exciting that all of these films are here, but this one...
it's a current event, yeah.
It
just happened, yes. It took me 3 weeks to... well, it's a month before to just make the treatment of the movie and get in touch with all the activists I wanted to interview, and for 3 weeks I was basically interviewing people. Every hour on hour I interviewed a lot of people, and after 3 weeks I had to fly back because I have a job to go to in San Francisco. It took me 3 months to put it together, and since then I've been like promoting it in university campus around California. And soon I will be promoting it on the East Coast as well too, because all political science department in universities are interested in looking at it and see what happened really versus what the news were reporting during that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That brings up a good point, though. You said you had to go back and get back to your regular job. What do you do for your real life job to support?
Well, I'm a freelancer producer, and I also video editing and
video editing.
Yeah, so I try as much as I can to keep free time for my actual passion, which is documentary. I have done a lot of short films that are online, but that was like the biggest project I kind of overtake for a while now, and it's exciting. I really love working on it. It was really amazing to meet with all the activists and listen to their dreams and their passion and how they went through their plan in the beginning and all the protests and everything. So it's a good movie. I recommend it.
I would too. Now, for all of you filmmakers around the table right now, what's next for you?
Well, for me, I have to do a follow-up on Egypt, the story behind the revolution. Since the revolution was all about asking for human rights and civil liberty, and they have a specific demand, like 7 demands they were asking for 18 days. I want to go back and see if they actually got it. And November going to be the first democratic election in Egypt for the parliament. And why is that important? The parliament will be the one who is responsible to put the constitution together. So it's a very important election to actually look at it and document it and see how it's going to go, and how the Egyptian people who are asking for democracy, I mean, for a while now, how they going to deal with it, how they going to handle their first democratic election, and find out more information about the Egyptian revolution. What you can do is go to behindtherevolution.com. That's the website, and there you can connect to our Facebook and Twitter and Vimeo, everything. So if you go to behindtherevolution.com, you're definitely going to get in touch with us. Absolutely.
All right. We're going to take a quick break right here. I'm going to play one of my favorite peace and love and harmony songs for you, and we'll be right back with a few more people from the Global Peace Film Festival.
It's true. And in Egypt Behind the Revolution, I kind of made a conscious decision not to include a lot of music because I didn't want to manipulate the audience. The story kind of evolves through the movie, and it told the story about how people were suffering through those 18 days, and before the 18 days, how they lived under Mubarak regime, which is a ex-president now. and it just, the story itself was such a nice story. It didn't need any help to kind of bring any kind of emotion. You kind of listen to them and listen to their voice and how they gone through this amazing revolution and came on the other side winning so far. So yeah, in the movie I really decided not to put a God voice, which is like somebody to like narrate the whole movie, and I decided against the music. And so far all the feedback was really positive. People did not miss the music. They were engaged enough with the editing because, as you said, Michael, I mean, if you have rhythm through your editing, I'm an editor as well, it just really helped. And yes, sometimes the music is really important to the piece you're working on, and sometimes you just can't do without it.
And how about yourself, Khalid?
Khalid, yes.
Khalid?
Well, I got here on Wednesday, so I was lucky enough to actually watch a movie of one of the people I met here, Peter. The movie called My America. It was very entertaining. It was really interesting. We kind of, it's, you know, we're both from different country. He's from
Australia.
Yeah, he's from Australia. I'm from Egypt, and we both have a different way of viewing United States. And it was really interesting to see that he grew up with all black and white movies, really classic 20, 30, 40, stuff like that. Because like in Egypt, the censorship is really crazy. Like all the 70s and 60s and 50s, it was completely filtered because it was a little bit edgy.
Yeah.
So for the longest time, all the movie I saw was just the American romantic musical, beautiful production of like from the 20s to the 40s. And it was interesting to see somebody from the other side of the world have grow up watching the same thing and getting the same influence about the American culture. So it's a good movie. You have to watch it, My America, and the director is named Peter.
Peter. And we spoke with him earlier on the program today.
Yes.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in and talking to all of us. I can't wait to go and see all of your films.